getting ready, tuning the mics, feeling the music. Am I right? Ooh, yeah, now we're feeling it, huh? Episode 400, Lofi Poli Sci coming at you. Here we go. Yes, indeed, my friends. Lofi Poli Sci podcast episode 400 coming at you. And let me just say, what the fuck? I mean, really, I would never have thought we keep this going and get this far. No way. But you've kept things going for sure. Not me, And we have so much to discuss. But that's all later. You know, what does episode 400 really mean to me? We'll get to that. But first, let's talk about what I know many of you are really curious about. Where are we going next? I mean, after 400, we gotta do something new. And those who've been with us for a while know that every season, we change things up a bit. And this is most certainly true for us going into season number 5. Which starts next month, and really we're only a few weeks left into season 4, and then boom, hop into season 5. So, what are we going to be doing next year? And first off, I think the biggest change will be to our weekly programming schedule. We are going 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week, and I know, I can hear you from here. And me too, really. I do love the short form 5 days a week feel. But let me tell you, after everything that has happened this semester in the past few months, I need some breathing time in my life. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll actually get a social life with some nights off, ? Well, you know I'm kidding. I'll probably just use the extra time to make more content for the 3 episodes that we're going to do every week, and spending all nights thinking of you. But for realsies, I do need to take a step back for myself. You know, the production of Lofi Poli Sci 5 days a week is, simply put, it's a lot. I mean, from researching stories to talk about, making show notes, transcripts, making episode art, recording, editing in the music, switching up the music, posting it everywhere to the net, and trying to keep it new and fresh feeling with, different trivia and different segments and games and box office numbers and top 10s. There's a lot that goes into the production side of it all for a 5-day-a-week show. And if I want to take a night off after work on a weeknight, go and do something with people, friends, imagine that, me with friends. It means that an episode can't happen. There's just not enough time in a night. And, I do like sleep, even though some people say it's overrated. I do need at least a little bit of it in order to keep functioning. So who knows, maybe next semester you'll actually see me out in public somewhere. As well as, maybe we can have more live shows out in public next year. We'll get to that later, though. So the new programming schedule starting in January for Season 5. Mondays will be Monday morning editions. We're going to kind of keep the same thing, but expand. It will be a long-form show. I'm imagining 30 minutes to an hour. We'll see how it plays out. We'll have lots of different segments within that time frame to keep it fast-paced and fresh. We'll have Lo-Fi Global News in it, where we'll still cover several short stories very quickly. We'll do weather, of course, because we always need to know if it's cloudy and a chance of meatballs out there. We'll keep doing the weekend box office. I like talking about movies. And we'll likely choose one story, though, each week to dive deeper into for an episode. And we'll likely also have a guest on each week talking about music? I kind of don't want to spoil this too much, though. But just know, we got something in the works. And I'll probably keep some form of a trivia segment as well. I like doing trivia with all of you. But Monday will be the weekend recap of everything that happened in the world. I know, ambitious for only one show, right? All right, and then Tuesdays, we're going to keep us Tuesday's top 10 list because we all love top 10 lists, and they just provide such a wealth of topics for us to talk about. in one short episode. So definitely doing that. And Gregory Day is such an awesome human being. He's coming back for next season to continue doing his once a month movie list with us. So good thing there. And Wednesdays and Thursdays, we are taking those days off. And Friday, though, we're coming back and we'll do a combination of catching up on everything that's happened through the week, as well as combining it with the Good News Friday segment, because I refuse to leave you to the weekend without that weekly dose of goodness. And that's our 3 days a week lineup for the show next season, starting in January. The exact date of season 5, episode 1, I am currently unsure of, but it'll probably be somewhere around the 18th or before. But now, back to those Wednesdays and Thursdays off. And live shows. So I am considering doing a monthly live show next semester and next season. And considering is the key word, people. I loved doing the live show, as nerve-wracking and a lot of work to prepare for it as it was. And shout out to Dr. Worth again for agreeing to come on. Thank you so much. But if monthly live shows do happen, they would be either on Thursday or Wednesday, and you would be directly involved in them. If you want to see live shows happen, you need to get involved and talk to us about where are places we can do it at, and where are places that people would actually show up to. And live shows, there are always people who aren't going to be able to make it. That's for sure. But the kind of venues we would want are places where most people could make it. And free. Live shows have to be free, period. That's how we roll. Now, the next newness for season 5, time for new music. Oh, for sure. And this is one of my favorite things about doing new seasons, is making new music. So keep on the lookout for a possible email or LinkedIn message from me with different clips of new intros to see what you think. I always send out samples of music and different cuts and tracks before making any decisions about the intro music. And of course, the other thing I always love so much about new seasons, new episode art. So be on the lookout for opinions on that too. And what do you think about the episode art for this episode right here? It may just be the new idea for something bigger. We'll see. And mentioning intros, I'm really thinking it's time for a completely new intro, or at least mostly new, meaning the words that I say at the beginning of shows, welcome everyone to the Lofi Poli Sci podcast. I'm your nerdy host, Michael Pickering, here to talk about our famous question. What's going on in the world today? Yes. And, it's time for that to go. And, I may even send out test tracks to see what you think about new potential intro wordings and things like that. I want to do something fresh. I want to do something different. Now, this next one isn't directly Lofi Poli Sci podcast, but rather Letters of the Lofi Poli Sci. But I'm thinking a bit of an integration, maybe. And what I'm thinking of doing, though, and I haven't asked any of the writers, which I will be doing soon to get their opinions, or your opinions, because I know many of you are listening. But I'm thinking about doing an audio version of Letters of the Lofi Poli Sci. And each issue, the writers themselves actually record their voices performing their own written pieces. But again, I haven't even asked any of them if they would be up for this. But I think it would be awesome. I think it'd be increasing the voices that we hear that are Lo-Fi Poli Sci. And we'd still put out the written version of it, but we'd also put out the audio version. And something that is, though, definitely happening next semester, though I haven't started working on it yet, is an official Lo-Fi Poli Sci podcast webpage. Not a YouTube page or a podcast page, but an actual website to host all of our material and content on. The idea is simple. We could host the podcast episodes / videos. We could put all of the issues and letters on the Lo-Fi Poli Sci on the website. We could start our own forum on the website for everyone to come together and comment on and ask questions and have more of a direct interaction away from everything else that is the internet, but for our space. We could even eventually, whenever we get around to it, put Lo-Fi Poli Sci apparel on the website, because you'd wear a Lo-Fi Poli Sci hoodie, or at least my nerdy ass would. But the website would be ours. It would be home. A place for all of us to come and go as we please. A place for us to be the we that we be. And I'd also do an art gallery on the website with all the different episode arts that we've done over the 5 seasons. And I'd also do an audio gallery of all the different intros and outro music that we've done, but in a downloadable format. So all of you could take them and download them and use them for whatever you want. And of course, it'd be a place for us to have all of our Lofi Poli Sci, Lo-Fi Study Beat tracks, which coming soon, like in the next 2 weeks, I'm thinking. I'm releasing all 6 of our tracks together in one combined format. It's about 25 minutes long. I'm still working on a final edit. And then after that, I'll release each song independently. So I'll do it over 6 days or so, and probably during the holidays themselves, something like Christmas to New Year's. We'll see exactly how it works out in the next week. And really, all of that, well, that takes us into season 5, starting real soon. And it also brings us back to the question we started with. What does episode 400 mean to me? And the short answer, I think it really means that I've received so much love and support from all of you that we actually made it this far. I mean, really, I think that's it. The relationships we've built and your words directly to me and the interactions we've had, you've pushed us to episode 400, and you are most certainly what is pushing us to season 5. I can't thank you enough for being a part of my life and for being a part of all this. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Peace and well-being to all of my human beings out there. Much love and always the best. But rather than signing off, let me send you out with some tunes and just say, I'll talk to you tomorrow.